communists, Marxists, socialists in the United States. You know, they keep telling you they love America, but every time a camera turns on, they spit in America's face, folks. You got a rising political class that doesn't just disagree with the country, they despise it. They talk about progress, but the only thing they're progressing towards is tearing the entire system down, the one they flourished in. Crazy part, they're proud of it. They brag about it. They celebrate it. Like they're on some type of heroic crusade against the very people they want to govern. Now, before I identify these people, show you videos of these people, and expose these people, if you could please click that subscribe button. Please click like, share, comment, click the notification bell for all the latest episodes of the Joe Rossano Show. You know, folks, once you peel back the slogans, the hashtags, the polished speeches, you see the real ideology underneath, and it's freaking ugly. It's hostile. It's anti-American to the bone. You got influencers calling for capitalist blood. Capitalist blood in the streets. You got candidates, people running for office, screaming at voters because they mispronounce their name. My name's Joe Rossano. Do you know how many people from foreign countries I've met that mispronounce my darn name? Too freaking bad. I know what you meant. This isn't leadership. It's not reform. It's resentment. It's dressed up in activism. That is all it is. It's being welcomed. That's what I just can't seem to get my big, fat, thick head around. It's being embraced by a movement that wants power first and a functioning country second. Bottom line, let's stop pretending this is normal. It is not very often that I completely agree with President Trump, but he's right. Folks, these people are crazy. Let's stop pretending this is just the new generation or the future of politics. Nope. This is a faction that openly tells you what they think of America, what they think of you, and how some people still act shocked when their mask slips, no pun intended. When Hasan Piker, I'm saying that right, says he wants the streets soaked in capitalist blood. Not a metaphor. It's not a joke. That's his worldview. And when a candidate like Abdul El Sayed, or Abdul El Sayed, I don't know if I'm saying that right, and I really don't care. He brings him on the campaign trail and celebrates with him and stands next to him while he calls Americans unbelievably Islamophobic pieces of shit. Have you ever? I got to tell you, I never thought I would live to see it. And some of you vote for it. Some of you champion it. Some of you love it. You know, what bothers me is the very people who hate this country the most are the ones who succeeded the most, the ones who got the most out of it. Bernie Sanders is a great example. He's got 5 houses. How many houses do you have? Honestly, Ocasio-Cortez, rich. Ilhan Omar, rich. They're all rich. And they all got insider trader information, allegedly. And they hate it. And they hate you. And they want to control you. Folks, this isn't an accident. Okay? Him bringing this individual up with him on the campaign trail, it's alignment. And then you got El Sayed, if I'm saying that right again, himself, fresh off a win, screaming at voters because they didn't pronounce his name correctly. Who does he think he is? El Sayed. There, I said it right. Is that right? It's not confidence. It's contempt, folks. That's someone who already sees you, the public, as being beneath him. Oh, yes. I'm on to you. You could fool them, but you don't fool me. And he hasn't even gotten real power yet. And the commentary surrounding all of this, these extremists don't want to reform America, folks. Do you understand that? They want to burn it down. They want to replace the system with something they can control completely. It's exactly what they want. They want to seize industries, dismantle institutions, and silence anyone who doesn't bow to their ideology. Look what happened in the 2020 election. Jack Dorsey and his minions made sure that nobody saw Hunter Biden's laptop. That's not America. America is you see everything and then you make up your own mind. That's what I learned. That's what they told me. El Sayed, let me ask you this, okay, big time guy. Are you going to storm the Normandy beach? Are you going to defeat Imperial Japan or Nazi Germany? Right? Like Ted Williams did when he played baseball, like Pat Tillman did when he played football? I didn't think so, sir. I didn't think so. But it's all you are. This isn't a political disagreement. This is a hostile takeover attempt. Now, the midterm elections in November, it's not just an election. It's a firewall. A firewall. Because if this faction gets real power, the country they hate becomes the country they run. What do you think of that? They hate the place, but they want to run it. And they all got rich doing it. They all played the stocks. Nancy Pelosi's a trillionaire. And let me tell you something that is significantly worse. The actual moderate Democrats are terrified of these people. Chuck Schumer, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, terrified. They're terrified of them. I'm going to run some clips of what they used to think.
Let's admit the truth. Everywhere people go, they're asked for a Social Security card. In fact, one way to prove you're a bona fide person who can have a job is to ask for a driver's license and a Social Security card.
Define marriage.
I believe that marriage is the union between a man and a woman. Now, for me as a Christian, for me as a Christian, it's also a sacred union. God's in the mix.
You know how this thing ends. You know how it ends. It's anti-American comments. Hasan Piker said this: let the streets soak in their leaping blood. Capitalist blood, dude. Hasan Piker. He also said, you are all unbelievably Islamophobic pieces of shit. Oh, that's so lovely. That's lovely. Thank you for that. Oh, wow. It gave me a warm and fuzzy. These extremists don't want to reform America. Do you understand that? They want to burn it to the ground. People that don't like our system of governments would like to destroy a lot of people's lives. That's exactly what they want to do. The Democratic Party of old, it's dead. It's extinct. It's done. All right. Again, socialists like Bernie Sanders, communist, Democratic leaders, they have completely failed, except for Fetterman. All right, we gotta all depend on John Fetterman now. They're too weak to stand up to the socialists. They're scared of them, as I just said earlier. Someone tells you they hate America, I'd take their word for it. If they show you they hate Americans, I'd believe that too. Because these people aren't hiding, they're broadcasting it. And the only question left is whether voters are finally ready to listen. I just can't believe, honestly, that some of these people have had the opportunity to rise to power in the United States. Sometimes I wonder, folks, we are the richest, most industrious country in the history of the planet Earth. It's not an accident. Freedom. I can criticize the president of the United States. Now, I can't threaten him, which I certainly wouldn't, but I can criticize President Trump, President Bush, President Obama, President Biden without fear of prosecution. Which America do you want, folks? And women, do you want to hide your face, walk behind your husband? That's what these folks believe. Do you want them to seize your property? Do you want them to tell you when, where? I don't, and I never will. And I think some of you ought to smarten up. I'll say it. These people are crazy. These people are crazy. As always, my dearest friends and fellow Americans, I greatly appreciate you hanging out. It's your pal Joe Rossano. Again, please subscribe. Please click like, share, comment, click that notification bell for our latest episodes of the Joe Rossano Show for idiots. And what I mean by idiots is, look, I get called an idiot 4 times a day by my wife. I don't mean any offense by that. It's just somebody who just doesn't watch the news and listen to politics all day. All right. Figuratively speaking, that's an idiot, and you certainly aren't. I do really appreciate, again, you hanging out with us. Please adopt yourself a pet. I do say God bless you from the bottom of my heart, my dearest friends and fellow Americans. We will see you next time.